Hello everyone, welcome to the Future Ready podcast. One podcast, one goal, Future Ready. My name is Aditya Nur Hasana with name 442407524.
My name is Shafira Fauzia Darsha with name 1040214.
A podcast where we discuss the essential skills university students need to succeed in today's digital world.
In today's special episode, we'll explore two important skills every student should develop.
First, we will discuss artificial intelligence as a digital skill. Then, we will continue with English as a global communication skill. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Future Ready podcast. I'm Nur and I'll be your host for our first discussion today. Today we are discussing a hot topic, artificial intelligence. On campus, AI has become an inseparable part of student life, from assisting wide research to streamlining assignment. However, debates persist regarding its impact on creativity and critical thinking. To discuss this, I'm joined by Shafira. Hello Shafira.
Hello Nur, thank you for having me. It is a timely discussion, especially as universities globally are navigating this transition.
Shafira, before we dive deeper, how would you define the role of AI in modern higher education?
Simply put, AI acts as an intellectual partner. Research published in computers and education, artificial intelligence suggests that AI tools are becoming popular because they provide personalized learning environments that adapt to a student's pace, which is a significant shift from the traditional one-size-fits-all lecture method.
Many are skeptical, but you support its presence on campus. Why?
Because of its potential to boost productivity and accessibility. For example, a study in the International Journal of Educational Technology in Higher Education highlights that AI can reduce cognitive overload by helping students structure complex information, allowing them to focus on high-level analysis rather than just rote memorization.
Do you use it personally?
Yes, I use Gemini to break down complex subjects into simpler concepts. Furthermore, I use AI for creative workflows, such as visual brainstorming. This aligns with the concept of AI as a co-creator, where technology handles the technical groundwork, freeing up the students' mind for creative strategy. Practice supported by frameworks in digital media education.
But what about the level of dependency, called rules or critical error?
That is a valid concern. Research from the Journal of Academic Ethics warns about algorithmic dependency, where students might stop verifying information because they trust the AI's output too blindly. This is why AI must function as a scaffold for learning, not a shortcut for thinking.
And regarding academic integrity,
It comes down to intent. Submitting AI-generated works as one's own is a clear violation. As noted in the Journal of Higher Education Policy and Management, universities need to shift from policing AI to integrating it through assessment that require human-centric skills like personal reflection, oral defense, and critical synthesis, which AI cannot easily replicate.
Speaking of policy, I read that UNESCO is quite progressive on this.
Precisely, UNESCO guidance for generative AI in education and research explicitly argues against blaming AI. Instead, they call for a human-in-the-loop approach, emphasizing that AI should be used to advance human potential. They advocate for AI literacy to be part of the curriculum, ensuring students understand the biases and limitations of these tools.
Looking ahead, how do you see the future of AI in higher education?
It will be transformative. However, as argued in various reports from the World Economic Forum on the future of jobs, as AI automates routine tasks, the demand for humanly skills, critical thinking, ethics, and emotional intelligence will only increase. AI will handle the data. We must handle the judgment.
Any final advice for our listeners?
Use AI as a tool, not a crutch. Once cross-reference AI generate information with primary scholarly search. Treat it as a mentor, but remember that the final argument and the analytically conclusion must always be your own.
Thank you, Shafira. That was a very insightful discussion. We have learned how AI can help students learn more efficiently and creatively. However, digital skills alone are not enough to succeed in today's global world. Students also need strong communication skills. Now, let's switch roles and continue with our next discussion.
Thank you, Nur. I will be your host for the second part of today's episode. Let's talk about another essential skill for university student English. Hello everyone, welcome back to Future Ready Podcast. One podcast, one goal, Future Ready. I'm Shafira Puji Nurdiansyah and I will be your host for the second part of today's discussion. Today, we are discussing a topic that is crucial for university students. Why university students should learn English. In our previous discussion, we explored how AI helps students learn more efficiently. However, technology alone is not enough. Students also need strong communication skills, and English remains the global language of education, business, and technology. Will some still find it challenging? It is an essential skill. Joining me today is my friend Nur. Hello Nur.
Hello, Shafira.
Nur, first of all, why do you think English is so vital for university students?
In my opinion, English is the ultimate gateway to knowledge. Data from the UNESCO Institute for Statistics show that over 80% of global scientific literature is published in English. Without it, students struggle to access reputable research databases like Scopus or Web of Science, which are the standard for academic excellence.
Beyond academics, what other benefits do students gain?
Real money, English significantly boosts career competitiveness, a report by the British Council. The English effect states that English proficiency is positively correlated with higher income and professional mobility, especially in today's globalized market.
I agree. Moreover, the current trend of massive open online course relies heavily on English. As explained in the Global English Theory by Jan Keys, English now functions as a cross-cultural collaborative tool, allowing students to access top-tier materials from elite universities via platforms like Coursera or edX. Many students feel that English is difficult to learn. What is your take on that?
I understand the sentiment. However, we solve for making mistakes. According to Stephen Krasnin effective filter hypothesis, anxiety is a primary barrier to language acquisition. The lower the level of anxiety or the fear of making mistakes, the more efficiently the brain absorbs language input.
Could you share your personal experience?
Learning English helped me comprehend international journal articles and communicate better during presentation. I actively use English input through podcasts and educational videos. This has built my self-confidence, which in educational psychology is known as self-efficacy. The belief in one's capacity to execute behaviors necessary for learning success.
Do you believe it will be essential for your future career?
Definitely, the World Economic Forum Future of Job report highlights communication skill and language literacy as top-tier competencies sought by multinational corporations in the knowledge-based economy. English is the bridge to international clients and global conference. My advice is simple. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every error is part of the learning process. Practice a little every day. English is just a subject. It's a life skill that will benefit you forever.
Thank you, Noor, for those valuable insight. Today, we learned that English is key to accessing global knowledge and preparing for a future career. Thank you, Noor, for coming.
Today, we discovered that artificial intelligence helps students learn more efficiently and creatively.
We also learned that English opens access to global knowledge, communication, and career opportunities.
By combining digital skills with communication skills, university students can become more confident and future ready. But this is what it means to be future ready. Thank you for listening. One podcast, one goal, future ready.
See you in our next episode. Goodbye.